How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today we have the March edition of the Metalhead box and also the cassette version of the Metalhead box because I figured I should try something new with this. And let's be honest, I couldn't really afford the big main Metalhead box. I only had enough for this and my bank fees for this fucking month, man. So, a little tight, but I still wanted to support the Metalhead box and get something cool by them and still support the team. So yeah, I got my very first cassette box. I do not like how this camera's sitting today. There we go. Better. Anywho, so yeah, came around 1 o'clock today. I had to go and do a few things, but I came back. I did open it up and check out a few things in here, and so I could get some information about them if I really needed to. And I did actually need a few, research. I had to do a few research items on these things because some of them I didn't really know. Some of them I've heard before. But yeah. Anywho, the first thing in this, on the top, because I, put it back in wrong, but the first thing is this patch, which I actually had to go to the Alliance, the United Rebel Alliance is now what we're calling ourselves. But yeah, I had to go to aka the Rebellion, and ask them what the fuck this was. I'm like, this has got to be either Stormtroopers of Death or a Metal Militia. But Trez let me know that this is more than likely a Slatanic Wehrmacht logo by Slayer. So, as you guys know, I am not a fan of Slayer. I got rid of all my Slayer CDs a while back. I might have Rain and Blood still if I haven't already sold it or given it away in a giveaway. But since this doesn't actually have the word Slayer on it, and to me, this just looks like Metal Militia, I'm probably going to keep it. I like the design. I like the fucking hair and the helmet and the skull. So I'm just going to keep it anyways because I really like the way it looks. And it doesn't say Slayer on it. So, score for me. All right. Let's do the tapes now, I guess. First one up is Chaos Moon. Okay, I'm taking this out of the package because there's no way in hell you're going to see that if I don't. But every one of these are nicely wrapped up to avoid, being attacked by dust. But there we go. This is Chaos Moon with Eschaton Memoir. Now, Chaos Moon is very interesting. These guys are like blackened funeral doom. They're very atmospheric, kind of slow, and they like to build pace, and they kind of just slowly work their way up through a song. There's nothing super duper fast from what I've heard. There's nothing like super duper heavy from what I've heard. Very kind of mellow, chill, atmospheric, blackened funeral doom. And it's not bad. It's not something I listen to every day. Cool fucking cassette though. Look at that shit. Pro printed yellow cassette. Love that shit. But it would be something to listen to if you're like going for a walk in the rain or a really cloudy or very like overcast day. This would definitely suit the mood for it and really get you in your feels. Now, whatever feels those might be is up to you. But yeah, this definitely evokes some very interesting moods. This cover here, I am 100% sure this is different than the CD and the vinyl cover. I'm pretty sure it has this guy on it here, but it's got like a clock melting on his face and not his neck all stretched out like that and porno penis-y looking. But yeah. Anywho, the inside's got a bunch of lyrics. That's got the Eschaton Memoir album title there. It's got some shit that does not want to focus. So the band members there and some interesting artwork. Very interesting and esoteric and kind of kind of cosmic is what I guess I'm looking for. But yeah, so I checked this out early as well. It's, like I said, not bad. Not something I'd probably listen to on the regular, but it is nice to have in the collection. And I did see some Chaos Moon stuff a couple of boxes back, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should have checked that out. But now I can, so yay. All right, next is another one I had to actually go look up. I'm going to take it out of the package once again because there's no way you're going to really see it with all the freaking glare. But it does come in a nice resealable kind of package thing here. Do not fall on the floor. Alright, so this is Entheogen without Veil and Nor Self. Without Veil Nor Self. And this is their debut album. These guys are a black metal band from the States. There's not really too much information about them. I kind of found that they're kind of like very chaotic, atmospheric black metal. Had a very entropic sound. I love the silver fucking cassette though. That is neat. See, that's one thing about vinyl and cassettes that I always enjoy. That just the different colors that you can get the cassettes and vinyl on. And it's not just like the album artwork slapped on top. That's not going to focus. Oh, now it focuses. You son of a bitch. But yeah, so that was neat. This is kind of like if Anel Nathrak was more like atmosphere and wall of sound based and less grind and maybe slowed down a bit. I would say this is probably a little bit heavier and a little bit faster than Chaos Moon, but essentially fairly close from my first kind of listens to these bands. I love that fucking logo too. Like, that shit's awesome. There's like faces coming out of the sides and it's like melty, drippy, wispy, like vine stuff. Yeah, very cool. Some more artwork. The artwork is very interesting, that's for sure. And if that'll ever focus, you've got the band members and some credits and stuff. More artwork. So I'm not sure which band I like more, Chaos Moon or Entheogen. Like I said, the Chaos Moon had some more like funeral doom elements. This just seems to have like a kind of a chaotic, atmospheric, entropic sound. Once again, somewhat reminiscent to like a slower, more atmospheric Anel Nathrak. Less like grind riff driven stuff. It's all like a very like crazy wall sound kind of thing. But this one, Entheogen, is definitely a little heavier and a little faster at times than Chaos Moon, I'm gonna say. But still, both pretty interesting and somewhat not somewhat, but enjoyable black metal. Alright, the last set in here, and I'm surprised I got 3 of them, to be honest, is a sealed copy of Massacre, The Second Coming. That's fucking awesome. The demo, yeah, like the 4th demo, I think, by Massacre, and probably the most relevant one. That's amazing. And it's not even opened yet, so I'm going to open this bitch on camera for you guys, so I can open it up and take out the J card and everything. This was probably the coolest thing that I got in here, even though I'm not really into old school death metal. But for whatever reason, Massacre does the trick for me. So, there we go. There's without the covering wrap. Now, I did check on Metal Archives, and it did say that there's only one edition of this tape. Now, it was from 1990, so I don't know. I'm pretty pressed to say that this is the first press. I really don't think it is. I'm assuming this is a reissue potentially made for the Metalhead box, but don't quote me. I have no proof of that. Nice. I actually got a MP3 download code for this too. Actually, all cassettes and all vinyls should have that, because you can't rip your cassette or a vinyl to your fucking laptop and thus your MP3 player or phone or something. So it would be nice if they did that for all cassettes and vinyl. Okay, so I'm an idiot and I didn't read, but I guess I couldn't really see because of the tape was covering it, but it does say... Oh my god, that's really hard to read. this limited cassette release is exclusively available to the Metalhead box. So yeah, if it wasn't for the Metalhead box, you wouldn't be getting a cassette version of this bitch. So once again, another great reason to subscribe to the Metalhead box and get yourself, you know, one of the boxes and subscribe, because damn, this is really fucking cool. And the fact that you could only get this through the Metalhead box is amazing. This recording is the... Fucking hell, I can't read that. This recording is the... Looks like it says Grim Defining Long Lost Massacre 1990 Studio Demo featuring Cam Lee, Rick Ross, Joe Canelost, and Butch Gonzalez. And then they give like Death and Mantis and Whiplash and Creation all shoutouts in there. So, man, that is so fucking cool, man. I am so glad that I got the an edition of the Metalhead box this month, just for that alone. And there's some more cool shit coming too. So, man, thank you, Metalhead box, for that. I'm definitely going to be getting myself a digital copy, because I don't actually own any Massacre in a physical format yet. I need to get From Beyond. I need to get Back From Beyond. I might get a separate copy of Inhumane Condition. Pretty good EP. No one really liked the Promises album, which is the second album. Most people I hear talk about Massacre never mention that album. I don't really know too much about the Condemned to the Shadows EP, which came after the Promises album. So maybe that has stuff that's closer to, you know, their normal old school death metal sound. But yeah, I'll have to check that out. But man, so stoked about this. Hell yeah. All right. The next couple of things before I show the shirt is the signature from a pretty sick death metal band, Death Angel, signed by Mark Osegueda, the vocalist. Now, wait, Death Angel. I'm getting that confused with Angel Corpse. Death Angel is a thrash metal band. Pretty sure. Yeah, they're like a thrashy death metal band. Anywho, they're thrash. Kind of cool that it's signed by the vocalist. I'm now obviously gonna have to get some fucking Death Angel albums. I've been kind of putting it off and getting some other more well-known stuff first, but now that I got that signature, yep, I guess it's time to get it. Now, let's go over the pin, because it came with the pin this time, but I didn't get the backing, so I don't know who this is. But I can take a strong-ass guess at who that is. Now, the first thing that popped to my mind, black metal, like skulls, blonde hair, and that face corpse paint. Now, I'm going to take a wild, you know, scientifically guesstimate and say, is that not Host from Tuck-Hay? That's got to be Host from Tuck-Hay, right? And wow, that's creepy. My fucking lamp just went off, and I'm choking to death. God damn. So, yeah, let me know if you guys get the backing to this in your Metalhead box, or maybe one of the team could let me know what this is. But I am about 95% sure that that's Host from Tuck-Hay, the vocalist. And if that is him, fucking A, because Tuck-Hay is amazing. If not, whatever. I'm sure whatever band this guy's from, I'll like it anyways. So, cheers, Metalhead box. That looks sick. That's going right beside my dead pin. And the last thing in here, and I need to get some of these guys. I thought I had an album, but apparently I fucking don't, because I checked everywhere in my collection. But man, I'm stoked to get this. Fucking Destroyer 666. Yo, an amazing black and thrash band. Hell yeah. Some wolves, some fucking snakes. Yeah, that is amazing. So cool. Destroyer, once again, is black thrash from Australia, and later they moved to England for some reason. probably better for touring and stuff. They started in 1994. They've got 5 albums and 4 EPs. The Wild something. They have an album with Wild in it, and they've got an EP with the word Wild in it. The most 2 recent releases that they have. So I don't know. I might try to check out that. Maybe try to get their first stuff first. I don't know. It depends on what I find, because if I buy stuff online, I buy the first albums first most of the time. But if I find shit at my local Deja Vu discs, I'll just buy whatever if I don't have it, and that'll leave me probably mid discography sometimes, or maybe even like the newest shit. So I don't know, but I definitely need to get some Destroyer 666 in my collection now. Another band that I was just meaning to get around to eventually, because they're amazing black and thrash. So this is definitely going to inspire me to do it. Same with some Death Angel. Clearly need to get some of them in my collection, since the Metalhead box is kind of like, hey, you should get some of this. So I definitely will. But yeah, that's all I got. Some excellent death metal and some excellent kind of like chaotic, atmospheric black metal for the tapes. And I'm still shocked that I got 3 tapes. I thought I was only going to get 2. But yeah, so that's all. It kind of comes in a tape one, by the way, if you haven't got a tape one. This time it came with a pin, a signature, a patch, a shirt. So it comes with quite a bit. I don't think you get quite as much stuff in a mini Metalhead box, but it's also a little cheaper too if you can't quite afford the full box or a vinyl box or a tape box. There's plenty of options, and I definitely recommend supporting these guys, because they pump out great shit every fucking month. And the customer service is perfect. They'll work with you to, sort out whatever you need to get sorted out. If you want to switch, like I had to do this month, I was going to switch with them from the tape box to the mini Metalhead box, but we worked it out so that I'm able to actually get another tape box next month. So thank you guys for that. After that, we'll see. I might just get a mini Metalhead box just for the sake of seeing what's in a mini Metalhead box and showing you guys for March, April, for May. So yeah, this is March's Cassette Metalhead box. Hope you saw and enjoyed everything that was in here. I definitely did. And I'm going to stop talking now and maybe go see about getting some Destroyer 666 and some Death Angel. Cheers. For glory, for the rebellion, and the alliance. Slammerella out.